Yo guys, welcome to a new episode. In this video I will show you 5 simple steps in order to plan your own short solo trip on a budget. Cue the intro! So during my early 20s, when I lived in the United States for my college and my internship, I took and planned a lot of solo travels all over the country just to see the most of it. And this also continued when I came back to Europe, because during all those trips I really noticed that all these trips really broadened my vision by meeting new cultures and meeting young people and meeting people from all over the world. And the experiences that I gained from these trips is something that I really like to share with you as well, because perhaps you are also planning on making a solo travel very soon. And yeah, I would like to give you some tips and some thoughts about it. But first of all, if you like to see weekly new videos about music, lifestyle, travels and all those different cool topics as well, hit that little subscribe button over there, because you will get every week a new episode then from me. Okay, let's go to the first point. Setting your budget. So one of the most annoying or most striking things that I hear from most people when I speak about them about planning solo trips is money. Look at me, Ramesh. I don't have any money left. So here's my big eye-opener for all the people that say that money is a big obstacle for them on planning a solo trip. Having lots of money shouldn't be the key element to start planning your trip, but it should rather be something that will enrich your whole planning. So in that case, your own will and your own motivation will become the biggest factor to start planning as well. However, the key element of that approach is setting up your budget beforehand. In that way you can get some very valuable insights in how much money you have and where you can spend it on. So in that way you can succeed with the planning of your trip without wasting too much money on things that are not worth it. Step 2. Plan early and flexible. So if we know one thing from life, is that we don't get the things always in the way how we want to get them. But in a very strange way, we always expect that from our own holidays and trips that we plan. So in the way that most people consider as normal, they always have a fixed time and a fixed place that they plan out for going on a holiday trip as well. So with all the solo trips that I made, I can assure you that being flexible around your departure date and arrival date, and also the places where you want to go, can bring you much more joy regarding the creativity of your booking, and most of it all, it will be a huge money saver as well. One thing though, plan early ahead, because in that case the tickets are most of the time much cheaper. Let's look at it. For this example, I will make use of Google Flights. I always use it for making very cheap flights as well and to find the best deals. And we'll take our departure from Amsterdam and let's search for Barcelona, for example. It has a very great connection with Amsterdam as well, and let's look at the different fares that it has. I always go to dates as well, and you'll see then a whole calendar of departure and arrival dates for a return ticket. And the cheapest in this month is 96 euros. But when we go to November or December even, we'll see that the fares will be much cheaper again. Step number 3 is stay open-minded. And I mean regarding your stay and regarding your transportation. So in some cases, some solo travelers expect always an all-inclusive trip at 5-star resorts or at the coolest hostel in town. However, the biggest key of controlling your budget is to stay flexible about your stay. Okay, choosing for a hostel is not a wrong choice. It could be a very feasible solution, especially if you are alone and you want to meet new people very fast. But there are also a lot of other great opportunities and possibilities that you could consider. So I can still remember the time when I did a trip to Scandinavia with some of my friends, and we tried different methods to stay and to control our budget as well. So we tried Airbnb, we went to hostels, but we also did something like tent camping as well, in order to control our budget. So stay open-minded. So this principle also counts for modes of transportation. Always try to look for new things that look most convenient for your specific situation. Try and share a ride, or try a coach, or do something more original like become a crew member of a yacht that gives you free transportation to the south of France, for example. It's all possible. Step 4 is care most for bare essentials. I know a lot of people that carry the biggest suitcase ever for the shortest trip. However, if you keep in mind these two key factors, Packing lightly can become the easiest thing ever. Hygiene and safety, because staying hygienic and safe will be the key element for you to interact with other people in a very comfortable way in order to fulfill all your other needs. Always keep in mind that primary perishable goods like food, clothes and other materials will always be available where humans are present. So the key element is to interact with other people in order to communicate with them your needs for those goods. And I like to pack my camera as well for making photographs. But your phone is a very powerful tool as well. Last but not least, step number 5. Just go for it. So this last part is all about the biggest obstacle that I know for young people in order to plan their solo trip. They always look at the bigger YouTubers and the bigger Instagrammers and their luxurious and lavish lifestyles in the very expensive yachts and the biggest hotels and the best views ever, things like that. And they demotivate themselves then for planning their own trip. Okay, maybe you don't have the money to go to Bali or the Machu Picchu, but you can already have that same wonderful experience in an area less than 100 miles away from your home. And try to learn to enjoy from every little moment that you'll encounter in your life, every view that you see, every encounter and every interaction that you will have with new people that you meet along the way. So that's the key of noticing all those small gems that makes your life wonderful. So I hope that this video will inspire you on planning your next trip. I really believe that it is feasible no matter how big your budget is or no matter what the circumstances are in your life. It is all possible if you have the will and motivation for it. Okay, that was it for this week. I really hope that you liked this video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel or give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you next week with a new post. Ciao!